What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started on today's video, I have a couple announcements that I'd like to give out to you guys. First and foremost, I want to apologize for last week. Last week I had an intention to do a video. Unfortunately, I occurred a situation where I did not have my car, as unfortunate as that seems, and I was forced to do one down in Owego. It was just going to be a small update and a refresher course, seeing as the last time I did a video in Owego was back in I think it was the end of May, back when I did like the second video or something. Unfortunately, I got very discouraged because Mother Nature could not make up her mind, and I said screw it and decided I wasn't going to do a video and just went home. This week, however, we are back on the road, and we have picked a location that I was going to do a couple weeks ago. For those of you that don't remember, I had a pretty embarrassing moment, which I guess I could tell you about because it's not that bad now, but I got all the way out to my location, realized that I forgot my phone, and by the time I had driven all the way back to Owego to get it, I realized that it was going to be later than I wanted it to be, and I just decided to give you guys an update. So I'm back out on the road, which kind of segues into our next update. Unfortunately, as of right now, I'm only going to be doing 3 more videos for the summertime traveling series, I think. I haven't really worked out any plans right about now, but after September, it will be weather permitting, and also because school starts again, I will no longer be working Sundays, and I will have the mini-me with me every Sunday when I come out to do my videos. I hope the weather stays halfway decent, at least for the month of September, so that I can keep doing some more videos for you, because I still haven't finished with Tioga County, and I would like to go to a couple other places before the weather turns south for the winter, literally. Which that also segues into my final announcement before we get started with our video. This Sunday, next Sunday, and I believe the following Sunday. No, because this Sunday and next Sunday are the only weekends that I'm actually doing an out-of-town video. Obviously, I have this week's location picked out. I have next week's location picked out. The week of the 25th, I will not be doing a video due to the fact, unless circumstances change between now and then, which God, I hope not, I will be in Syracuse for the New York State Fair that weekend. Granted, spoiler alert, I want to do a video in Syracuse, but not yet. That'll probably be one of my last videos for the series, and it'll probably be my send-off of, the series finale. The week after, which I believe is September 1st, I will be doing I will probably be doing my last out of town video before little man comes home. And then September 8th, he'll be back and we'll start doing our videos together. Like I said at the beginning, hopefully the weather stays decent so that we can still go out and do videos for you guys. But like I said, it'll be weather permitting. With that being said, I would like to talk about today's location, which, as I alluded to in the beginning, it is the location that I was going to do 2 weeks ago. And due to the fact that I had left my phone home, I was unable to get to this location. I also didn't get to this location because even if I did have my phone, there was unfortunately people here, and I'm not the type of person that likes to do videos when other people are around. Granted, I've done it before, but there was actually quite a few families, that were enjoying the summer and were just hanging out with their families, and I didn't want to, be walking by and be rude. So today's location is the very, very small village of Newark Valley. Located in the town of Newark Valley, naturally, it is Newark Valley School Districts, which, for the purpose of keeping this video not as long as I want to, I will not be going up to the school to show you guys that. But we're going to try to stay around the village. And then I have this idea where I'm going to try to drive a new road. It's not actually a new road. It's been around for like hundreds of years. But I'm going to try to go down a new road to get back to town in a consuming manner so that I could kill time and I can also, get to where I need to go. So for the purpose of today's video, I mentioned I'm in Newark Valley, Newark Valley School Districts. Newark Valley was settled in 1791 or 1781, I believe, and was incorporated as a village in 1894. It is named after Newark, New Jersey. And when I was doing my research, I found out that the name of the village came from a suggestion from somebody who was at a meeting, which I guess is a good thing. They just decided, well, let's name the place Newark Valley after Newark, New Jersey, and it kind of stuck. I'm actually in the trout pond. I can't say it's a world renowned, but it is I guess you could say it's a county renowned fishing area in upstate, in the area. And people come from quite a bit of places to come here and enjoy the park that they have, and obviously the two different fishing areas. There's actually two different branches of the creek that goes through the area, or that goes through the park, I guess you could say. And both of them are, I guess for the most part, filled with, some kind of, they're filled with some kind of fish. I'm actually standing in the, is it Kenneth? In the Ken Gray Pavilion, which was dedicated May 28th, 1994. I don't know a lot about the history of this place. Maybe it was dedicated to somebody who lived in the area. But obviously I was 2 years old when it was dedicated, so I don't really know that much about it. We're going to try to walk around. Unfortunately, it did start sprinkling. So I'm hoping it doesn't start raining because that's going to make me mad. I've already lost one video to the rain and I don't plan on losing another. We're actually going to walk over here and I'm going to show you guys something pretty. Before we do that, I do want to tell you guys there is a couple places that I'm going to be going if I get the chance to walk, which I hope this rain decides to go away or decides to stay low enough that, you know, I can walk around the village. But there's a couple places that did get flooded. For those of you who heard about it, we got the remnants of Hurricane Debbie over the weekend, and there was a lot of people who lost power. A lot of water was washed through the area, and a lot of people, luckily there was no fatalities as far as I know of, but there was a lot of flooded roadways, there was a lot of flooded parks. Obviously a lot of the water areas are a little higher than normal because of the flooding. But like I said, luckily there was no fatalities. So aptly named, this is one of the ponds. And mind you, this whole thing isn't normally this full. This actually got full because of all the rain that we had this past week. And it actually looks a little bit better. There's some geese down there actually swimming around, and I just saw geese over there on the other side swimming around as well. If we venture out and ignore the tiny little sprinkles that are coming down, I can actually show you guys a little bit better of what this normally looks like. There was a frog that just jumped in there, but as you can see, it's got a ton of algae in it from, you know, like the water and stuff. And if you come over here, you can actually see one of the drain offs where this is all draining out. And this actually naturally is running. I believe somebody built this a long time ago and then it just kind of stuck. And naturally it runs down through here and then goes down through this creek. Now this creek, I don't believe there is any fish in, but I could be wrong. I do know that, you know, when the kids come up here to do their summer activities, the kids like to come in here and splash around in it because kids love water. This creek actually goes along the whole stretch of the pond and goes around the back to the other side of the baseball field and then goes to I think connects to one of the sides of the river right over here on the other side of the baseball field. I'm walking through mud. Like I said, it's kind of muddy, so Newark Valley is naturally named a valley, and it's very susceptible to flooding because it's in a valley. Excuse me. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna look over. There's the baseball field. I've never seen anybody on it, but then again, for whatever reason, I don't naturally come out this way. I don't know why I don't come out this way very often. I just don't travel north to my sister towns and villages. I just stay, you know, where I need to go, probably because I work so much that I don't really have time. But I'm gonna be a little kid again and toss some of these crab apples into the water just because. Watch them float down the river. That's pretty fun. Find a couple more. that was fun. As you can see, like I said, because of the rain that we've had over the last week, this creek is a little bit higher than it normally is. Believe it or not, this time of year, this creek is walkable. And when I say it's walkable, I mean that the water is so low that you can walk in it. And you can actually like see the gravel down on the bottom. I haven't done that. I was actually planning on doing it earlier this summer for the sake of looking for scrap metal, and I never got around to it. Obviously because I worked so much and because I just didn't have the ambition to either. I couldn't come up with the motivation to say, let's go to the trout pond and walk around and look for scrap metal. So I just kind of put it off like I usually do. As you can see, beautiful, absolutely beautiful scenery. Plenty of lush trees and bushes. The creek, like I said, goes all the way around the trout pond. And some more flooding of the grass from the storms that we've had the last week or so. Luckily, not terrible. I think because of the up and down temperatures that we have had, it's gotten a little bit better. Like some of the water has gone down. I know over by my house there was actually a place where the water kind of just pooled, and the puddle that it formed was probably half the length of the road. Got a nice little playground over here for the kids. Very, very articulately designed. It's got a nice little bridge over there in the corner where the kids can walk across the creek and you know, look on the other side at some of the wildlife. Another area of the park that unfortunately flooded because of, you know, the weather conditions. There's that's actually a duck, but there's a duck right there sitting in the pond. They're so cute. I don't want to scare it. And there's actually, right in front of me, a full-on crabapple tree. So that probably explains where those crab apples came from that I was throwing in there. Over here we got another park renovations in progress. Please very responsibly. Okay, haven't seen anybody working here. Over there we got another smaller park for younger kids. And then we got a little picnic table and a bench. Now over here, this is actually pretty, I guess you could say pretty new, because since the last time I was here, that basketball court was not there. Trying to think, the last time I was here was probably last summer. I want to say was the last time I was actually up here. And it's actually really nice. They definitely did a very good job of building this basketball court. It's definitely one of the things that the park didn't have. And this park, because it is so famous, actually has an obstacle course. And it has, and I mean it has like a full-on obstacle course. I mean, it pretty much goes the whole length of the park. You can, you've got like pull-up bars over there. It's got like a running trail, obviously a walking trail that you can do. There's another like a log thing over here that you can play on. Over there in the distance, there's actually, I think, like a jungle gym type thing. But this place has got, for being such a small area, within the village, it is actually pretty, this area is actually pretty big. Now, speaking of areas, when I was doing my research, I found out the village of Newark Valley is only 1 square mile. And that's pretty small. So small that as of the 2020 census, the population of Newark Valley was only 928, which is pretty small. It's weird though, because I was doing a little bit more research and I found out that the Newark Valley School District graduates 100 students a year, which, if you're graduating 100 students a year and you're in a village of only 900 and something, that means you're graduating 1/8 of the population every year. Now, I'm going to show you guys this. This is the sign for the Trout Ponds Fish Fitness Trail. This is where I am. Actually, this is where I am. And then there's Station 1, the stretching warm-up area. Station 2, the pull-up bar, push-up, sit-up bar, bench. And then, like I said, it goes all the way around the trail. And then Station 4 is over there, where you've got the parallel bars. And then Station 5 kind of doubles back around a little bit. And then it ends at the balance beam, which is actually over there in the corner behind the pump station. So that's pretty cool that, you know, they have a whole trout pond. And as you see here, this is the Owego Creek that runs through the pond. And it says Trout Ponds Fitness Trail is approximately 1 minute long. 5 fitness stations. Trail is marked. So it's for use of people of all ages and physical ability, but should be used with care. So it's nice, you know. I appreciate obviously being a fitness person myself. You know, I appreciate that a place like this would decide to establish something that they don't have to. As far as I know, this particular park, it says that it's under surveillance, which is evident by the fact that there's cameras on some of the structures. The pavilion's got a camera. I think there's another camera on the other pavilion, but it's under surveillance. Patrol 24 hours. Park closed dusk to dawn, which is you know, a given. I don't want you in a park at like 2 o'clock in the morning causing mischief, because, you know, they'd have something to say about that. Let's see. A couple kids down here. I think I'm going to pause the video real quick and walk by them. So, catch up with you guys in a couple minutes. And by the way, the rain stopped. Excellent. Alright, sorry about that. I got past the kids. Like I said, I'm the type of person that I don't really like recording people in my video unless I have their permission. Sorry about that again. I was talking to myself weirdly. Hello. I don't like recording people in my video unless, you know, people say hi to me, and then you know, I just kind of put it in the video and then go about my business. So I'm down here. There's an adorable puppy over there. I'm gonna get him in the video. Look at him grinning. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. A woof 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 to you too. Not sure what street I'm on, but we're gonna find out here in a second. Marble Street. Is it Marble Street? Yeah. Down on Marble Street, and as you guys can see by the road, it looks like they recently paved this or milled it. Since the last time I was here, which is probably why they redid some of the park. Hoping this rain really goes away because I don't want to freaking get wet, but if it doesn't, it's whatever. So yeah, we're down here we're now on Maple Street, and we're going to cross the railroad tracks, and then I am going to actually turn left, and we are going to show you guys one of the historical things of Newark Valley. Now, when I was doing my research a couple minutes ago, I figured out that there are 7 places in Newark Valley, which is most of the area, that actually are listed on the National National Places of Historical I don't know what it's called, but I'm getting wet. I don't like it. I've actually never been over this way in all my time of being down here in the village, which wasn't that many times, but we're at least going to stand underneath here for a couple minutes, see if the rain decides to go away. So I'm over here. This is called the Newark Valley Depot Museum of the Newark Valley Historical Society. And this is the Lehigh Valley, Newark Valley Ray Shaver Depot. Now, if you look inside, which I'll do for you guys, it looks like there's a little restaurant or something set up in there. Pay station is 5 cents. There's a ticket booth in there, which is pretty cool. Obviously this was one of the loading platforms for the train that used to come through here back in the 1800s. And just this place alone, this is another ticket booth right here. Just this place alone screams history. And as you guys know by a lot of my other videos, I love history. And it says the Ray Shaver Lehigh Valley Depot is owned and supported by the Tioga County Industrial Development Agency. Now, as I just mentioned, this place basically screams history. And as most of you know, the rail companies are probably the biggest, the biggest source of history, due to the fact that public railroads no longer run through this part of New York State. Now, granted, New York State still has roads. However, they are not passenger trains, not in this area. I think the closest area that has passenger trains is Syracuse, New York City, And I believe there is a railroad in Buffalo. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on it. But just, even this building I'm standing screams history. And as I'm standing here, I automatically, I feel what it was like back in the 1800s to come here, either yourself or with your family, buy your ticket for the train, sit out here, wait for the train to come, and board it, and go to your destination. It must have been the greatest feeling in the world. Naturally, because it was so long ago, it must have been before everybody else had cars and stuff. And because obviously cars were around in the 1800s, but not everybody owned a car. So your method of transportation was the train station, or was the trains. And, that was basically how you got to from point A to point B, which wasn't the worst method of transportation. Also wasn't the best from what I've heard. Now, granted, I don't know what the hell this thing is. I'm guessing it's some kind of vault that is probably locked. But this thing is historic. And I can't really read any of the writing on it because it's all faded. Actually, I think this is First National Bank at the top here. And then I'm not sure what it says. Eli's patent, July 31st, 06, which I'm guessing is 1906. And unfortunately, I cannot. Actually, it says Eli Norris Safe Company. Maynard Mangassi Steel. This is pretty cool. They actually got a set of bathrooms over here. Obviously men and women's. I don't even know if I was guessing that they're probably locked. So it's probably a good thing that they are. Just because, they don't want people going in them when the museum's not open. Over here to directly in front of me, there is a old church, I believe, or another depot station or something. And I actually just noticed that right there in front of me is another set of tracks, which is actually pretty cool because that means that this train station was a dual station, so you could get on it either side. Well, actually that makes sense because when you walk over here, sorry, I'm trying to stay out of the rain. When you look over here, you can actually see that the train splits off down there, and then one comes down this way, and then the other goes down this way and goes back across the bridge, which I am almost 99.8% positive that this set of railroad tracks is still in use to this day. Obviously not for pedestrians, but it is in use for, like coal and whatever the railroads transport nowadays in and out of New York State or whatever, to take wherever they decide to take them. I believe this is the same railway that goes through Owego, and if my assumption is correct, it is also the same railway that goes all the way down through Endicott, Johnson City, Binghamton. It's all one and the same track. Where does this end of the train tracks go? I have no idea. What I do know is if this actually is the same track that I have seen, that kind of hurt, numerous places, It actually goes down that road, and then like 10 or 15 minutes up the road, it actually crosses over in the middle of the road, and then goes down and around and crosses back over the road and keeps going straight. So there's a little bit of history for you guys. Why didn't I bring an umbrella? I didn't know it was actually going to to rain, and I did not bring any kind of jacket or an umbrella, and it's kind of making me mad because this is the reason why I decided to cancel my video the other day, because it started raining and I had an umbrella that day, but I didn't want to keep opening and closing it and opening and closing it, and I just got annoyed and I said, the heck with it, I'm not doing a video anymore. Over there we have the New York Depot stage wagon. I'm not sure, but I believe Newark Valley has a festival. I think it's the Apple Festival, which is ironic because Owego has the Strawberry Fest, Newark Valley has the Apple Fest, and I believe it just happened not that long ago. And I believe that's the stage, the performing stage for, the performers that come through the area, which is pretty cool, I'd like to go to it at some point, just because, I like those type of things, and it's a way to, immerse yourself in the history of, the locations that are around us. I don't want to stand here and keep talking, because if I do that, I'm never going to actually get a video in. And I feel kind of bad now because this rain is kind of hampering me doing a video. And like I said, I have no type of protection, like a jacket or something, or even an umbrella. Because I didn't know it was going to be... Somebody had said to me earlier that it was going to rain, and I didn't really think about whether or not I was going to get caught in it. And, I didn't, it didn't really process all that much. So I do apologize, but I think I'm gonna have to end this video and see if I can rush back to my car and get myself warmed up. And like I said, I do feel really bad because I've been trying to do this video for 2 weeks now, and unfortunately, due to some more unseen circumstances, I am unfortunately unable to. I'm hoping that this rain stops within the next couple minutes of me talking, just because, I don't like it. You can't do this. Is actually what I was saying earlier about the fact that I can't do, what I was saying is my videos after September, when Damien comes home, will be weather permitting. And if it's like this, I'm not gonna want to go somewhere and not be able to do a video, whether it's raining, it's windy, or whatever it's doing. I'm just not going to want to do it. I'll just, not do a video for that week and then pick up where I left off when I can. Well, it looks like the rain's starting to slow down. It's kind of misting a little bit. Granted, I don't really want to be out in that either, but at least it's better than it kind of drizzling. I'll show you guys some of these things. There's an old, and I mean old, train light. Obviously, I don't know if it works anymore. I highly doubt it because it's from like 200 years ago, but it is pretty cool. No wonder why they made this place a museum. Because literally everything about it is historic. I mean, even the granted, some of it has gotten reservations. Some of it has gotten renovations. Depot Friday night. There's a sign that says Depot Friday night 8/9 is canceled due to heavy rain. See you next week. So apparently they do something every Friday. Out here at the depot. Look at this. This stuff is so beautiful. And it looks so original too. I want to get in here and just look around this place, because I will probably be like a kid in a freaking candy store. As far as like the amount of history that is just in this place. And of course, you got the giant caboose that's sitting here. See if I can come over here and get a close-up. You got some books in there. You got a ancient stove. This thing is beautiful. It looks like it's been repainted recently. It looks like it's actually got some stuff in it. Like they're using it for storage, but look at that engine. You could tell that that thing is old, or was old. It's been restored for historical use, but it looks beautiful. And obviously I'm not an idiot, so I'm not going to go on it and look around. Because this place does have cameras, and the last thing I want to do is get arrested for trespassing. Because we ain't about that. But I think the rain is deciding to slow down a little bit, which is good because, like I said, I don't want to be out in the rain and shit. Or stuff, excuse my language. So we're just gonna try to walk around and hope that it decides to go away. This building over here that we're about to walk next to, I have no idea what it is. Railroad crossing, stop, look and listen. And naturally, this place is called Depot Street. I have a feeling that this building used to be an old store of some kind at some point. It looks pretty old. Either that or it was the other, it was the train office or something. I'll walk down here and check out this building. Get myself some more shelter. It's an old, this looks like an old apartment or something. An old shop of some kind. Let's see what this has got on it. Village of Newark Valley, 9 Park Street. Date issued 8/16/2010. Owner's name, Charles Comar. Janine Comar Sherman. 6035 Lyle Road, Wego. I feel like I know where Lyle Road is. I do know where Lyle Road is. Train off timber, fixing a sill plate permit and expires in 30 days if work doesn't start. So apparently somebody was working on this and never got around to it. Right across the street here we have the, I can't make out that name, but it says something monument service, funeral home parking, McPherson's. No, it's not McPherson's. I think this is Cooley's. But the place next to it is McPherson's funeral home and cremation services. So that's pretty cool that Newark Valley has a funeral home and cremation service. I've noticed in the several times that I've come to Newark Valley, the Newark Valley has a lot more than you would expect Newark Valley to have, even for a village that is only 1 square mile long and only has a population of 928. Down the road here, they actually have a doctor's office, and I'm pretty sure there is, granted, Cardinal Lanes is the name of a bowling alley. They have a bowling alley out here. They have the elementary school down this way. They have the Marabito gas station. They actually have, on the other side of this bridge over here, they actually have a, I guess you could say, a diner, which is open during the day for people. Would love to get to it at some point, but again, always busy, so don't really have the time or the money. What else do they got? They got an NVT, they got a Family Dollar, they got another grocery store, which I believe is called Surefine Foods. I was actually talking to a coworker the other day, and she said she believes that it's still in business, but she doesn't know for sure. But it's nice, because being as the village is so small, you know, it has a lot more than you would expect. You know, especially, like I said, granted, the given the small area of the place. Poop. Well, I guess I've decided that, unfortunately, this rain isn't gonna let up enough for me to actually do a video for you guys the way that I wanted to. And it kind of sucks now because I am about probably 2 football fields away from my car, and I still have to walk back to my car and get a little bit more wet. And yeah, I don't it's not a fun thing that I really want to do, but let's see if I can drive my camera or my phone real quick. There we go. I got us a little bit, not a lot. Yeah, like I said, this rain isn't looking like it's gonna be nice to me anymore, so I guess I'm just gonna walk around here, show you guys a couple more places. That's an apartment. This looks like it used to be some kind of office or something, or an old store of some kind. Definitely wasn't a house. Maybe it was, I don't know. That's pretty cool though. 4 Weeks Street. I don't even know what that is. What's it called? Buff Daisy Fitness. The fitness studio? I don't know if I believe that, but okay. So, sorry to keep repeating myself, but yeah, like I said, guess I'm not gonna actually do this video, but at least I got a partial video for you guys. Maybe later in the year, I'll try to come back out here if it stays pleasant sometime in September. We'll make a wraparound trip, and we'll actually take a walk around the entire village, and we'll show you guys more of the village that I didn't get to show you today, just because of the rain. And I think it just stopped raining, you bastard. Okay, well, let's see. Buff Daisy. Oh, that fitness studio actually is open. There's actually people in there. Okay, that's cool. Not sure what this place is. Looks like an old hardware store, which is ironic. But yeah, I guess we're gonna cut off the video for now, and I'm gonna try to walk back to my car, and like I said, maybe in the future sometime I will try to get back out here to Newark Valley and actually give you guys a proper video. For the sake of the gap, I will actually post this one, just because of the fact that it's been about 2 weeks since I've actually done one, and I just feel bad because you guys haven't really seen anything from me. I know people actually do watch these videos, surprisingly, and of course now that I've decided that I'm gonna stop, it's gonna stop raining, but it's whatever. Anyway, I know some of you guys do actually watch these videos, and more recently, some of my videos actually have gotten quite a bit of views. I think the last two that I did post got between 8 and 12. So I do thank you guys for actually taking the time to watch them. But like I said, I feel like anymore, it's just going to be weather permitting. Hopefully next week, where I go isn't going to be like this. Just for the sake of the video. Like, nobody wants to do a video in the rain. I know I definitely don't, because that's how you get sick. And I definitely don't want to bring my son out in, this type of weather. Granted, his stroller does have a, like a hood on it, but that's the point of, I don't want to just push him around while I'm walking around doing a video. So I'm going to end this video, and I will see you guys on the next trip to the pond.